Hi sir, today we will continue period surveying. This is video number 3. In previous class we learned three procedures. First one, measurement of horizontal angle by repetition method. Second one, measurement of horizontal angle by retardation method. Third one, measurement of vertical angle method. Now today we will learn about period traversing. In period traversing, first definition is traversing. The traversing means so it is a series of connected lines. The, see in this figure the lines are connected in series. So definition is the series of connected lines is known as traversing. So next definition is traversing legs. So it is the sides of the traverse. See this is the sides. These are the sides. Okay. So it is known as traversing leg. Next topic in this types of traversing. First one open traverse, second one closed traverse. In open traverse, okay, so it is a series of connected lines. Okay, first point and last point does not coincide. Then it is known as open traverse. Examples are river and road. So this is a river. Okay, this is the one line. This is the some other lines are connected in series, but first point and last point does not coincide. So it is known as open traverse. So here A, B, C, D, E represent open traverse. So next type is closed traverse. So when a series of connected lines form a closed circuit, so this is a closed circuit. So that is finishing point and point coincide with starting point of a survey is called traverse. Examples are pond, lake. So here this is the pond. Figure is a pond. A, B, C, D, E are the connected series of connected lines but coinciding at one point. So A, B, C, D, E represent closed traverse. So next topic is three-led traversing. In three-led traversing, so the angle between traverse leg, it is known as three-led traversing. So it is measured through theodolite. So this is a traverse legs, two traverse legs, in between there is an angle, that is a horizontal angle. Okay, then it is known as theodolite traversing. So it is measured through theodolite. So next topic is methods of theodolite traversing. There are three methods here. First one deflection angle method, second one direct angle method or included angle method, third one magnetic bearing or fast needle method. So now we will learn about measurement of deflection angle. So first of all definition of deflection angle. So see here, it is a line deflected from original direction. The angle is formed, then it is known as deflection angle. So this is the line, so it is deflected from original direction. Okay, so the angle is formed, then it is known as deflection angle. So the angle value may vary from 0 degrees to 180 degrees. If the deflection angle clockwise, then it is known as right angle deflection. If the deflection in anti-clockwise direction, then it is known as left angle deflection. See figure. So in this topic we will learn now procedure. In procedure there are two sets here. First set we learn face left and second set we will learn face right. In first set, so this is the diagram. See this is the point P, Q, Q dash. Okay, P, Q, R, S are the series of connected lines. They are deflected in clockwise direction here anti-clockwise direction. So first of all, first step in procedure is theodolite is set up at Q. So this is a Q. Okay, theolite is centered and leveled properly. Set the vernier as 0 degrees and B as 180 degrees. Now, the position of theolite should be upper clamp is fixed and lower clamp is loosened. But turning the telescope to the ranging rod P is perfectly bisected, then upper clamp is fixed. Now telescope is transisted. Telescope is transisted like this, and a ranging rod at Q dash. Okay, this is the Q dash is fixed along a prolongation of PQ. Then upper clamp is loosened and lower clamp is fixed by turning the telescope in clockwise direction. In clockwise direction. So this is the clockwise direction. The turning. The ranging rod at R. This is the R. Is perfectly bisected. The reading on both vernier A and B are taken. Then upper clamp is fixed. Now vernier gives deflection angle theta 1. So this is the phi 1. So this is the right angle deflection. Similarly, now theodolite is fixed at R and centered and leveled properly. Set the vernier A as 0 degrees and B as 180 degrees. The upper clamp is fixed and lower clamp is loosened. By turning the telescope, by telescope to the ranging rod at Q. So this is the Q point. Okay, is perfectly bisected. Then lower clamp is fixed. The telescope is transisted. So this is the transisted 180 degrees. Okay, and ranging rod at R dash. So this is the R dash is fixed along the QR. Okay. Then step number 8. The upper clamp is loosened and lower clamp is fixed by turning the telescope in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, anti-clockwise direction we are turning the telescope. The ranging rod at S dash is perfectly bisected and the reading on both vernier A and B taken. The upper clamp is fixed. Now vernier gives the deflection angle. So left deflection angle give, that is the phi 2. So this is the phi 2. This is the original picture. Okay. Now we will learn second set, that is the face right. The following steps are similar to the face left procedure. The deflection angle is double sighting. By making the observation on both faces, half of the final reading is the deflection angle at QR. So we will now learn next procedure. So that is the measurement of direct angle. So first of all, definition of direct angle. So see in this figure, this is a closed traverse. Okay, so this is the, we are standing at, we are putting the ranging rod at Q. So this is the preceding line or previous line. This is the following line or new line. In between, angle is measured in clockwise direction. So then it is known as direct angle. The angle vary from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. So this method is usually adopted in closed traverse. So this is a closed traverse, PQRS. Okay, at end it is meeting at P. So it is a closed traverse. So now we will learn procedure. Here also there are two sets. In first set we will learn face left and second set we will learn face right. In first set we that is the face left. So first step number 1, let the angle PQR is to be measured. Okay, so instrument is set up at Q. So this is the Q. Here we are putting the setuping the instrument and carry out all the temporary adjustments. So vernier A set as 0 degrees and B as 180 degrees, and upper clamp is fixed and lower clamp is loosened by turning the telescope. Okay, the ranging rod at P is perfectly bisected with the help of lower clamp screw and lower tangent screw. After bisecting the P, both the clamps are fixed. Now upper clamp is loosened and lower clamp is fixed by turning the telescope in clockwise direction. So clockwise direction we are turning. To bisect the ranging rod at R perfectly, so we are bisecting the ranging rod at R. Then upper clamp is fixed and read the both verniers and record the angle between PQR. Similarly, the instrument is set up on the other stations. So that is the R, S and P, and angles are obtained as per the above procedure. So that is the angle QRS. Okay, next R angle RSP and angle SPQ. Okay, so now we will learn second set, that is the face right. The following steps are similar to the face left procedure. The mean of the observation face left and face right is the actual angle. Okay, so that is the angle PQR, angle QRS, angle RSP, angle SPQ. The two observations are taken to eliminate any possible error due to imperfect adjustment of the instrument. Now we will learn the next topic here. So that is the measurement of magnetic bearing of a line. So this is a figure. Okay, so here to measure magnetic bearing of a line OP, the theodolite is should be provided with either circular or top compass. So we will learn now procedure of magnetic bearing of line. Here also there are two sets. First set we will learn face left and second set we will learn face right. In first set, okay, first step number 1, the theodolite is set up at O. So theodolite is set up at O. Okay, and is centered and leveled properly. The vernier A as set as 0 degrees and vernier B set as 180 degrees. The upper clamp is fixed and lower clamp is loosened. Second step here, the theodolite, in theodolite the circular compass or control compass is provided over vernier scale between the standards and release the magnetic needle of the circular compass in the northern direction. So this is the northern direction of a ranging rod N is installed. Here we are installing one ranging rod in the northern direction. By turning the telescope, ranging rod N is perfectly bisected with the help of lower clamp screw and lower tangent screw. After bisecting N, lower clamp is fixed. Now upper clamp is loosened and lower clamp is fixed. The telescope is turned. The telescope is turned in clockwise direction to bisect the ranging rod at P. Okay, after bisecting the ranging rod P perfectly with the help of upper clamp screw and upper tangent screw. Okay, so after that bisecting at P, the upper clamp are fixed. Step number 5 here, The readings on both verniers are taken. The mean of these readings in the magnetic bearing of OP. So OP is a line. Okay. So we will measuring the okay direction and angle here. So that is the magnetic bearing. So here, so direction is north and east here. So now step number second step we will learn, that is the phase line. The step number first, the phase of the instrument is changed and magnetic bearing of OP is measured in similar manner. The mean of the two observation, phase left and phase right, okay, will give the correct magnetic of the line. The two observation, that is the phase left and phase right, are taken to eliminate possible error due to imperfect adjustment of the instrument. Okay, so this is about measurement of magnetic bearing of a line. So this is the final figure. Now we will so start next topic here. Prolongation a straight line. Prolongation is extending of a straight line. In this there are three methods. So first one, so direct method or four sighting method. Second one, single sighting method or single transisting method. Third one, double sighting method or double transisting method. So first of all we will learn direct method or four sighting method. So in this is a step number one here. Set up the theodolite instrument at P. So we are set up the instrument at P. So next to center and level it accurately. The upper clamp is fixed and lower clamp is loosened. So the ranging rod at Q is perfectly bisected using lower clamp screw and lower tangent screw. After that both the clamps are fixed. To establish a point R beyond point Q. So beyond point Q we are establishing a point R. Okay. In the line of sight at a convenient distance. We are okay. We are installing point R here. So next, shift the instrument to the station Q. Okay. Centered and level the theodolite accurately. The upper clamp is fixed and lower clamp is loosened. So next step number 5 here, the ranging rod at R. Ranging rod at R is perfectly bisected using the lower clamp screw and lower tangent screw. After that both the clamps are fixed. To establish a point S beyond R. So in the line of sight at a convenient distance. Okay. Similarly, continue the above procedure till the last point T is established. So finally, we learned in direct method, line is prolonging or extending. Okay, from PQ to QR, next to QR, next QR to RS, RS to ST. So next topic we will learn single sighting method or single transition method. So single means we will take only face left or face right. So in this method, in this procedure, I am choosing here face left procedure only. So first of all, this is a figure here. Okay. So step number 1 is the theodolite is set up at Q and centered and leveled properly with the face left. Okay. Second step here, bisect P accurately. The upper clamp is fixed and lower clamp is fixed. Transist the telescope to and establish a point R. So establishing here R point in the line of sight. So we are transitioning the telescope in the line of sight. Okay. Now, step number 4. Shift the theodolite over the station R. After completing the temporary adjustment, side to station Q. Okay. After completing temporary adjustment at R, okay, you have to side to Q. Then upper clamp and lower clamp are fixed. Step number 5. Transist the telescope. So we are now transisting the telescope and establish a point S in the line of sight. Repeat the procedure till the last point T, okay, is established. If the temporary adjustment of the instrument is perfectly done, the point Q, R, S and T will lie in a straight line. If the temporary adjustment of the instrument is not perfectly done, okay, the points R dash, S dash, T dash would lie on a curve, and angular error, this is the angular error, may appear. See, finally, single line method. So if temporary adjustment is done perfectly means, so okay, QRST line will lie in a straight line. If temporary adjustment is not properly done means, okay, it occurs some angular error, okay, so it appears R dash, S dash, T dash. So this is about single sighting method or single transisting method. So next topic is double sighting method or double transisting method. So in this method, we are taking phase left and phase right. Okay. So first step here, this method is adopted when the temporary adjustment is not perfectly done. Okay. So procedure, step number 1. Set up the theodolite at Q. So this is the point Q. Bisect P with face left or telescope normal. The upper clamp is fixed and lower clamp is fixed, and transist the telescope and establish a point R dash. So we are doing with the help of face left. Okay, so we are establishing a point at Q. Instrument established at Q, then temporary adjustment will done. Okay, then after that we bisecting P due to improper temporary adjustment. Okay, after transisting, okay, we will get get R1 in the line of sight. Step number 2, again bisect P with the help of face right, that is a telescope inverted, and the upper plate and lower plate are fixed, and transist the telescope and establish a point, say R2. So this is the R2. Okay, in the line of sight, take the midpoint R1 and R2, mark the point as R. So this is the R. Step number 4, shift the theodolite at R. So we are shifting. So bisect Q with the face left. Upper plate and lower plate are fixed, and transist the telescope to and establish a point, say S1, in the line of sight. Again bisect the Q with the face right. The upper plate and lower plate are fixed. Transist the telescope and establish a point S2. Okay, in the line of sight. Take the midpoint of S1 and S2. Mark this point as S. Repeat the process of double sighting to establish the other points T, U, etc. So So final conclusion of our double setting method, if temporary adjustment is properly done, means PQRST in a straight line, okay, line in a straight line. If temporary adjustment is not done perfectly, means, okay, in face left and face right, we will get some error, okay. So that is the R1 R2 S1 S2 T1 T2, okay. So in between R1 and R2 we will be marking the point R, okay. We are putting the point P R here. In between S1 and S2 we are pointing the point S. In between T1 and 2, okay, we are marking the point T here, okay. So thank you. So finally we learned today, okay, 4th and 5th procedure here, okay. Three-legged traversing method, there are three methods, so deflection angle method, okay, direct angle method or included angle method. Third one, magnetic bearing or fast needle method. In 5th procedure we learned prolonging a straight line method. In this there are three methods, direct method or four setting method. Second one, single setting method or single transisting method. Third one, double setting method or double transisting method, okay. So these two procedures we learned today. Thank you.